Hey, everybody, it's your girl, author Doc B. She's in the building. And guess what? We have a special treat for you tonight. I'm here with my co host, Triple A, in the building. Assalamu alaikum to all the Muslims.
Walaikum assalam.
Yes, Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. I hope you're having a happy and healthy Ramadan because it's going down
Absolutely.
tonight. Going to bring it to the table. Take it from here, Zam.
Absolutely. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Bring It to the Table, where we meet usually at 8 p.m. But we had to extend the time today. But listen, we still on time when you think we're not on time, because this is Bring It to the Table. Again, podcast addressing social justices, issues in the communities, equality, and the freedom that's needed for the proper healing. Let's not forget that the podcast is an offspring from Orthodox B book entitled The Three C's: How I Survived Crack, Cancer, and COVID 19. Let's not forget she has been noticed for her memoir, a self help tool book for 30 days, a regimen to help you become more healthy. Remember, health is wealth. Again, nominated the bestseller in Amazon. Again, check it out. We are being streamed Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, Indeed, and here at YouTube. And remember, click like, share, tell somebody, come on now, they need to be here. All right. So at this time, we got a special treat for y'all, as Doc B mentioned. And now I'm going to turn it over to Doc B to introduce our guest.
Yes, thank you so much. So everyone know that it is Women's History Month. And last week we had a wonderful woman on for Women
Yes, we
History
did.
Month. Oh my God, it was just popping, right? And you don't forget you can all go back and view the episodes if you'd like. Tonight we have Alicia Newton Hartnett. Now let me tell you, she's an entrepreneur to the fifth power. And I met her here in Atlanta, Georgia. So Alicia Newton, founder and chief encourager. Now I like that. Chief encourager. You know what chief means. Don't get me started with the dictionary. Chief encourager at the Learning Path LLC right here in ATL. Now we all know I moved to the ATL about a year and a half ago. So you can't be in the ATL and not be an entrepreneur. I'm sorry, that's just hands down. I mean, you do some other stuff, but entrepreneurship is
Mhm.
definitely where it's at. They say this is the black Mecca. And y'all know I just came from
Come
Mecca
on.
and
Come on
Medina.
now. That's right.
Ah, so without further ado, I'm gonna bring her on. Let's get her in here.
She's in the building.
Greetings, assalamu alaikum, Ramadan
Walaikum
Mubarak. I am
assalam, sis.
just stoked. Hello.
Hi, sweetie.
Alhamdulillah.
How are you?
Girl, I'm wonderful. I am wonderful. I'm just taking in all of this amazing energy. OMG, Doug B, you better live in your purpose. And Azzam, you are the co-host with the most.
Come on, come on.
I am
Don't do
You
delighted.
it.
had
My
no
head might
idea.
swell up.
You had
Just
no
a
idea, right?
Just no idea. Oh, this is a
Look at my
the
girl
world
in the
needs
building.
this. Pour into it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you looking
Yeah.
all radiant. Look at you,
Oh,
Alicia. Come on.
thank
Wow.
you.
Now, did you know?
What's
Do
up?
you two know each other?
Yes.
Of course
Yes.
you
I was
do.
behind stage. I was like, is that a Zan from North Carolina?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So
Sweet.
Building.
let's say hi to the audience because you know they're packing in. I don't know. Some of these
Yeah.
people are new. They might be your people, Alicia. Well, hi, Carolyn. These are some of our regulars. They come like every week. We really appreciate their support. And we always give a shout out. We're an interactive audience and engagement. As Azam said,
Mhm.
we are addressing everyday people like you and
Yeah.
me who've overcome, conquered, and survived and is living beyond
Yes.
your dreams. You don't want to miss this episode tonight. Alicia is closing out Women's History Month tonight. You're going to find out some things about her
Yeah.
journey and who she is today. And what's important is what's next for Miss Alicia. All right.
Mm.
Hello, audience. Hi. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, buddy. Hi, everybody. I see you all. Please put your name in the chat so that we can give you some announcements, acknowledgments that you are here. I see you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for coming. That's Africa. He's here every week. He never, ever misses. Ever. He now let me see. What time is it over there, Zam? It's about midnight or 1 o'clock. But he stays just to come to the show.
Yeah.
And he's here every week. So, and I see you all on Facebook. I see you on Spotify. I see you on Twitter. But I can't get everybody because there's too many platforms. But thank you so much. We love you all. So let me tell you about Alicia. Alicia has a learning development company that focuses on inclusive, right? Leadership development. I'm gonna have to come see her so we can blow some stuff up, right? Azzam?
Yeah.
Right? A wife, she is a mother. Oh, a master trainer, facilitator, learning and development consultant. Look, instructional designer. I like that one. A recovery advocate. Now that's up our alley. Here we go. And social justice activist. She's a social justice activist out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Now you all know about activism. Oh my God, I love this. I love your bio. It's amazing. And she says that she has a passion, right, for all fairness, equality, you know, and how people are treated overall. She loves that. Don't mistreat the people, not God's people, the human race, honey, not God's people. She said, I'm standing up for that. Look, and then she did that. Is that realtor? You do real estate too?
I've done real estate development, yes. So right on Memorial Drive. You do great. Raise at the condominiums. Mix
it. Come on. Look.
We are woman, hear us roar, okay?
That's what I'm talking about right there, okay? Look, and she says that she's a woman with purpose. She has life's experience, satisfaction, peace in life. That's a large part, and that's in her bio. She literally wrote that in her bio. Wait a minute. I'm not finished yet, okay? Got to keep going. It says our relationships, first and foremost, are with ourselves. Woo, you better get into it, right? And the relationships we forge with others are very important. And she loves help building strong, diverse relationships. Diversity is what? Diversity is good. So for 15 years, she's had her business, right? And she's still growing. Diversity, equity, inclusion. I said that already. And she has led workshops and oh my gosh, she does everything. Marketing. Going really fast here. She loves the crucial conversation, so we're gonna get into that stuff tonight.
Bring it to the table.
We bringing it on down. We bring it on down. Look, and she loves coaching and developing teams. We might have to get with her, Zam. Look, she has impacted thousands of people. Not one, not two, not 100, thousands. I want to be like you when I grow up. Her background is in instructional design, right? She's a speaker. She speaks on topics, right? And she loves to create tailored learning experiences for individuals. Modules, she do all that stuff, modules and everything. She has certifications, y'all. Woo, we like that. We like the smart ones. She's got a master's degree. Look, information technology specializing in learning, design, and implementation. Need I say more? I ain't reading the rest of that stuff. That's a long one. But let me tell you something. We got somebody here. We ain't just go out in the hood and pick up anybody. We have a professional entrepreneur, a woman with substance and validity. She's not just going to talk because she got them big, pretty lips. She's going to tell you all her story. She's going to talk about her. So, Alicia, you ready?
I'm ready. Thank you, Doc B, for that amazing introduction. Thank you for
I have a little twist. I know. I just do it. I just do it the way that I do it, you know. So natural.
It's real. It's real.
That's the way I do it, you know. So please click like and share. This is Women's History Month, and it is the last episode of Bring It to the Table. And we have the wonderful Alicia Newton Hartnett. And you don't want to miss her story. So come on, give me them hearts. I don't see no hearts. I want to see some hearts and love on the people. They said, I'm listening to people here. Who is Alicia?
Ooh.
That's your first question. Who is Alicia? Let's go.
All right, Doc B. I love it. I love it. I am Alicia. I am a wonderful, prosperous, blessed woman of God, of divine design. Thank
Mhm.
you for asking.
Okay. Well, that takes us into a lot, huh, Azzam?
Yeah, it's time to go to the before Alicia. Before now, who was
Before
Alicia?
now.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
go back. Let's
Meaning,
go back.
meaning, where'd you grow up at? What was it like?
So, so I started my journey started in a small town on the Ohio River, Wheeling, West Virginia. Little town, about an hour from Pittsburgh, 2 hours from Columbus, right there in the tri-state area. Lived there for the first 10 years of my life.
Uh-huh.
I lived there with older people raised me. My great aunt and my uncle raised me. My mother had fled the small town. She had me before there were theme songs for single mothers. And so back when I was born, there wasn't a theme song. And
Uh-huh.
she moved to New York when I was one. And I stayed there in Wheeling with my great aunt and uncle for the first 10 years of my life.
Mhm.
And had a good childhood. I'm a single, I'm an only child. And so
Wow.
I always wanted, because I'm a people person, right? I always
Mhm.
wanted siblings, I wanted that connection, right? But
Mhm.
uh I that was the beginning. And I remember integrating the second grade. I remember being sent to a school, Edgington Lane, and I remember the little white kids not wanting to hold my hand. And I've always
Mhm.
been the type of person, I guess when we get to know what we do under pressure, like there's studies out here that says that under pressure, most of us either move against the thing,
Mhm.
move toward the thing, or move away from the thing, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
So what I know about me is I'll move against. Right? If they want to hold my
Yeah,
hand, I
yeah,
grab the little hands. You gonna hold my hand? So
yeah.
that was just an early peep into my personality, right? So
Uh-huh.
when I was 10, I moved to New York, and that was
Uh-oh.
a total culture shock, baby. Listen, that was
Mm.
like going from I'm a baby boomer, so I remember the there was some show on TV, and at night, they'd say good night, John boy,
Mhm.
and they'd say night. So I go move to New York, and now I'm in. There was a show I called Boston Public, and it was about public schools in the inner city, right? So
Mhm.
I'm amazed because I've always been like, yes, I want to be a part of that. Yes,
Right.
yes. So that was like it was popping, and my whole
Okay.
world was about fitting in this new world.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I
All right.
remember going to I was going to the fifth grade, and I think it was PS 129, and I go into school, and the kids were talking back to the teacher, and I was like, oh, the teacher. But
Who
baby,
just said?
it was not long before
Mm-hmm.
I was talking back to the teacher, just
Wow.
wanting to fit in. I remember going to the
Okay.
store buying.
And I think we all crossed that bridge. That's really good. Stay right
Yeah.
here. So let me say hi. Hi, Monica. Thank you for joining. Hi, Erica. Thank you for joining. Erica's here every week. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you. Queen Siobhan is in the building. Come on, Queen Siobhan. Hey, Aunt Dolores from New Jersey. She's on. Hey, Aunt Dolores, how are you? We got Yaya. Yaya came back. Hey, Yaya, thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining. It's so important that we thank our
Nice.
listeners and thank everybody who comes in. If you all have any questions,
Mhm.
please post them in the chat. Alicia is here to answer. You're going to find out her journey from New York City. She already done broke it down. New York City. We get ready to find out what was going on in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
She already said what she was doing. She liked to fit in. So we know what happens when we fit in, and where we end up if we,
That's right.
So, I see you. Thank you all. They're waving and everything. Hi, Monica Miller. Monica Miller. Hi. They blowing kisses, giving hearts and all that stuff. You can't see it. I can see it though. But thank you all. Really do appreciate you coming. So what happened next? Where did you move from New York?
No, well, not initially. And like to your point, before I knew that I fit in, that I am magnificent and worthy, I worked to fit in because I thought that I needed to be down. And I had a mother who was so educational focused. My mother knew that it was important to get your education because she could see the greatness in me. I just thought she was being strict and doing too much because again, I did not want, I've always have been averse to authority. And so when I mean, she set me up to where I was able to get scholarships to preparatory schools, being like one of the 3 Black children in the school. I went to Performing Arts High School. Just had a mother that wanted the best for me, but I wanted to be everything other than what she was trying to instill in me because I watched my mother struggle. And I remember being 10, 11 years old on 117th Street in the snow, in the cold, and we were walking up between St. Nick and 8th Avenue, and the snow is 5-6 inches, and my mother had to make a decision on who was going to get the boots, and I had the boots, and I was moving the snow so that my mother could walk because I had on the boots. And I remember making a decision at that Alicia, if it's to be, it's up to me.
Yeah,
I needed to be the provider. I needed to be fully self-supporting, and I needed to help my family. And so I the streets attracted me. I met a girl who I was 15. Slim was probably 17. She was a model, like literally on billboards around the city, but she sold dope on the side.
Come on.
And she showed me how to
good.
take this package, and you can.
I knew she had a good story.
This and you can make that, and I was all I needed to see. That was all I needed to see. I thought I knew everything, and it's so real.
And how old are you? How old were you now?
How old were you now? I am 15. By 16, I left my mother's house, moved to my grandmother's house because I could do whatever I wanted. I'm about to drop out of school. I'm at 116th Street and 8th Avenue with the other 16 and 17-year-old girls who are out in the street doing hand-to-hand combat out there, taking all kind of risks and living that lifestyle in the after-hour spots at night, in the bar. It's just all of that.
Yes. Yes, my God.
And just when I look at my granddaughter today, who is 16, who I can't imagine doing any of the things that I did at that age, I'm like, God's grace is sufficient.
Come on.
Campaigning for a killing.
My God. So now, did you drop out or you kept going?
I dropped out. I dropped. School was taking too long. I wanted some right now money. They were square. I was out.
Okay. All right. So when did you go back? And
so what happened is I got pregnant with my oldest son. Okay. This was my 4th pregnancy. I had abortions. I wanted to have this baby. And when I went to tell his father that I was pregnant, he was being sentenced that day. He got sentenced. We were at court. I was going to tell him after court, and he
Mhm.
went straight to jail for an indeterminate amount of time.
Wow. Yeah.
And I ended up moving back to Wheeling because by this time, my mother had moved from New York and had moved back home because she had gotten sick. She had bypass surgery to lose weight. And that was back when they were still experimenting with the surgery.
Mhm.
And
Ah.
she literally was unable to maintain mineral levels, potassium, and other things. And she literally
Yeah.
starved to death. So my mother had come home and I came home. And she was dying, and I was pregnant. And my mother died in July, and my son was born in August, and I turned 20 in September.
Wow.
So quite a year.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. I know you miss her a lot.
You always miss Mama.
I
And
know,
those are
right?
the things that she taught me. OMG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And what people are about to see is that we're at that 20 minutes or 20 minutes in, and you have learned Alicia's history and
Yep.
where,
Exactly.
her behaviors and where her courage was built and all of her skill set to get to that she used to navigate through life. And we're going to go and take it up a notch and take it to that next level so that we can
Well, I don't
ease
know if
on
it was
into how she became
Doc
who
B.
she is
Doc
today.
B. I don't
And
know if
that's
it
what
was
Bring It to the Table
Doc
is all
B.
about.
Doc
Anything you've
B.
overcome, conquered, and survived.
She
And
on the
how
road.
you're living beyond your dreams
Can you hear me?
today. That's what this is about today. So, Azzam, questions? You're on, buddy.
One of the things I wanted to make sure that the audience heard was when she said fit in. There's a lot of people right now trying to fit in and don't realize the road that is going to take them on. Because I totally can identify with that, with wanting to fit in, because I didn't like who I was. I didn't like what was going on in the home. So I wanted to fit in. And then it took me for a long run. It took me for a long run. So I want to thank you for sharing that. So at this point, you're selling drugs. No, you went back home. You're back home now. You got your child. Was it a son or daughter?
Yes, I have. I had my son.
Son.
I went back to New York. There was really nothing there for me. I came back to Wheeling. I said, "Oh well, I guess I'll go to school." But I want to go back to what Doc B said about courage. It wasn't courage that
Right.
I was displaying in those younger years. It was it was recklessness, yes.
Right.
But I didn't learn about courage until later in life.
Right.
Well,
there's a spectrum though. Like, 'cause we have courage, and then we got false courage.
Yeah.
Right. Let's not forget we got the false courage where you probably right, because false courage is not really courage. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do it because even in the midst of when we're afraid and we do something because we're afraid. Because I remember doing something because I was too scared not to do it because I thought what people was gonna think if I didn't do it. So that. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, Doctor, she went back a minute before you jumped out about the courage that we was thinking about. It wasn't that type of courage.
Yeah.
It wasn't really courage. It was too afraid not to do it.
Okay, I got you.
So so we back at home. We back at hometown, and decided to go back to school.
Yes, I go back to school. So now I go down to the college, the local community college. I'm Alicia Newton. I want to enroll in college. The people said, "Well, where is your high school diploma?" I was like, I said, "Where do I go get one?" So I went, I took the GED, I enrolled in college, I go to school for about a year. I'm losing my mind in Wheeling because, I've lived in New York the last 10 years. So now I come to Atlanta to visit there. And the woman that, one of my friends from home, we come to Atlanta, Janice, my dear Janice, may Allah be pleased with her. We come here to visit. And I get to Atlanta and I look around and baby, this is the Black Mecca. I
Right
have
here,
never
right here,
seen
right
so many
here.
beautiful brown bodies doing their thing. Oh, listen, and it was November, and the people were still sitting out by the pool, and it was 7 feet of snow and wheeling. I wasn't going back.
I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm not going back.
So we come in from partying one night. Janice and I come in, and it's Friday, and so Carolyn Miller, she owned a temporary placement agency here in Atlanta, and she had gotten a contract for someone to work in the copy center at IBM out on Glen Ridge. They're still out there, and when I came in, she was so distraught. She said the person she had sent didn't work out. She had just got this contract. I said, have no fear. I am here. I will be there Monday morning. So that's how I ended up moving. I went back at my stuff that weekend. I was on the bus going to IBM that Monday morning. And right off the bat, here in Atlanta, I remember coming out of New York, where we have mass transit, where you could get wherever you need to get a public transportation. And then being in Atlanta, we lived in Greenbrier at that time. You had to get a bus to get another bus to get a bus. And the bus that went out to IBM was the same bus that took the women who were working, the domestic workers, to these suburbs to work in these homes. And people were standing up. Now, these women were going out there to work, do labor in these homes, and there's no seat for them on the bus to go to work.
Wow.
So advocacy has always been in my spirit.
Yeah.
I literally got a petition. I had everybody sign it. I took it down to MARTA. I said, we need some more buses on this route. And they put more buses on the route. Wow. So there's something about using your voice. I don't care who it is. Use your voice.
I love it.
So
good stuff.
So
you know what? And there's a thing that I have with my family, and I always tell my family members. And I only learned this when I started, going to college. After I got clean and start living my life and going to college, I realized that I would get smacked in the mouth and told to shut up, like literally pick your whole face up from the floor. So I started teaching like my daughter and other people in my life, adults, my cousins, everybody, don't shut your children up. I love how you just said that about your voice.
Yes.
Everyone needs to be heard. I don't
and we
care
are
if
evolving. We are evolving.
But even if you're
I mean, like I see it. This generation is not parenting how the generation that parented me are. They understand, one of the things that, like when I was growing up, if I did something, like my mother would beat my ass, like I would get it, and I was bad. So it's not like it was unwarranted, but but in later years, in looking back at that, as Black people beating our children, other races are not doing that. That is a holdover from slavery. And so I'm so glad that our newer generations are like, no, we're not beating our kids. We're going to talk to them. We're going to sit them down. We evolve. It has been a journey, and we are always becoming. And that was something that I had never looked at until maybe a couple of years ago. That So anyway, but yes, our kids are our future. Their voice matters, and we have to parent from a different place. I'm definitely a better grandmother than I was mother.
So I love when you said becoming. We had somebody else on the show. I think it was my daughter when she came on. Remember, she said, I'm becoming. Everybody's using that. And it just makes so much sense. Michelle Obama becoming, And so, Alicia.
I'll never be recovered.
Right. That part.
Till my janaza, then I'll be recovered.
Wholly recovered.
Right. And so where were you with your questions, Azzam?
Well, we got back to her, getting back to her hometown, going back to school. We never really got into her own, if there was any substance abuse or mental health or any of that. We really in that area now. You know,
Okay, in the household. In the household.
Yeah. Well, there was always substance abuse. It was very hard for me to surrender, you know, because I had the trappings of a normal life. I had a corporate job, I had a house. You know, I come from an era that told me that if you use this drug, that you're good, but if you use that drug, you're bad. And so I had so much misinformation that I got introduced to recovery in 1986.
Wow.
My clean date is October the 14th, 1998.
Okay.
Woo! Almost 8 years later.
It was 12. It 12. 88. You know, 80. That was 12 years. You know, I accumulated some clean time in like 90, 91, but again, I hadn't admitted total defeat.
Right.
And so I didn't know the power of surrender.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Stop.
You cooking with Crisco now, baby. You cooking with Crisco now.
You better stop playing.
Isn't it a wonderful thing though to understand? That we are magnificent and brilliant, and that we are magnificent, that we are brilliant, that we have these gifts that God has given us, and that whatever it is, our job is to just be a channel, a funnel through which He can work. I thought I was making it work.
Well, our audience is very familiar with the word surrender. Trust me, they love it.
We put it on them.
Oh yeah, they are very they know the principles in which we live by on this show. Trust me. Look, let me say hi to the audience. Assalamu alaikum. I see you doing. I see you, Sorwell. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. I really see you all. Let me look over here. Hi on YouTube. I see you all. Thank you all for joining. I really do appreciate you all. I don't see anybody on Twitter yet, but Alicia, you're amazing. You really are, and your energy is matching ours tonight. Please, if you have any questions for Alicia,
like, share, call your friends. They don't know what they're missing right now.
Tell them to get on over and get the information, because you too can recover from anything and live beyond your dream.
That's right.
You really can. You really can. Oh, I love you too, sweetie. They saying they love you, Alicia. You're doing a wonderful job.
I love you back. I receive your love. Thank you. And sending it right back to you.
And so now you're in recovery. So how long have you been in recovery now?
October, 26 years, 5 months and some days.
Come on, y'all. Give up them hearts. Give up them hearts. Give up them hearts.
Listen.
Congratulations. I love it. I feel so honored. All these people. I'm just learning so many people in Atlanta with this huge amount of clean time. I mean, it's just so beautiful to know you all. I'm telling you, it's just amazing. I don't think I know a couple of people with less than 20 years, but mostly everybody I've learned out here has more than 20 years. Look at Raheem. He on there talking about some. That's right. Raheem, you're both over here.
You know, I am so grateful for my predecessors, because the people that were here, that greeted me, that loved me, that told me, baby, just keep coming back, because I was an arrogant something when I got here. And they were just keep coming. And they loved
you changed.
And they kept those doors open. And when I finally got to the realization, Alicia, it's not about the car, the job, the house. It's about your integrity. You cannot keep your word to yourself.
Come
Ooh.
on, y'all heard that? She done dropped some
Oh,
jewels. She said it's about the integrity. She's going
mm,
in deep. It's on an inside
mm.
job. We got Raheem, the happy camper, just joined us. Hello, Raheem. Thank you for joining us. Oh, he's a dinosaur. He got 40 years, honey.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Assalamualaikum,
Come on.
Rahim.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
thank
my
you
sister.
for keeping the
He like,
doors
yeah,
open.
He like, yeah.
Yes,
He's cheering you on, Alicia. That's what he
yes,
doing.
yes,
Look,
yes.
and so now, and you get to Atlanta, and
Yeah.
did you go back to college? Did you go to college when
Oh,
you got?
I did, and a lot of my corporate career, I continued to get promotions. I went to work at my first job was at General Motors, and they let me work 89 days, and then they laid me off because at the 90th day they had to let you in the union, right? So that happened twice.
Oh,
On the third call back, I said, I'm not messing with y'all no more. No, I'm not coming back. So I went to work at Georgia Pacific in
okay.
working in import export there. And I remember I had two sons then. And one of my sons had asthma real bad. And so, I spent a lot of time in emergency rooms back and forth with him. And I just remember, like doing well on my job, but really not feeling supported. So I left there. I went to Coca-Cola. I worked there for a long time. And it was at Coca-Cola that I got clean, that I went to treatment because I was doing some things on the job and got busted. And I was like, oh, I got a problem. Please help me. But I wasn't serious. I was just trying to keep a job. So it was later at Home Depot that I actually went in to get my whole self together. But during that time, I was a secretary, and then I got promoted to the training department because I believe that if whatever it is that we want to do, if you could read, you could do it. I never had a confidence issue like that because I believe that, if something's on your heart, if there's something in your spirit saying do it, don't sit there trying to figure out how to cross every T, dot every I. Just go with it because it's on your heart. If he give you the vision, he'll give you the provision. Just do it.
Nice. I like that. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
That was powerful right there.
Yeah, that is. Wow. I mean, and then
live in your purpose.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear. And I hear that. And I also hear that if you stay the course, because you stayed the course.
Yes.
You stayed the course despite what you've been through. You stayed the course on this uphill journey once you came into a life of recovery. And that's what this show is about. And this is the message that we carry here on Bring It to the Table, is that once you are in this life of recovery, there's no way you're living a recovering life, even if you fall, it's not really a fall.
That's right.
It's not a fail. It's a lesson.
It's a lesson. That's right. That's right. It's the positioning to reposition.
And the lesson always turned into a blessing.
That's right.
And that's what I got when I read your bio. I saw it. I said, oh, look at her lesson was over here. And there's her blessing right there. And I was able to clearly see it. And I love it. We are the only people and species, I'm going to say, that got a chance to rewrite our obituaries.
Come on. Come on.
You don't gotta lie at my janaza.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You don't have to lie at your janaza.
Yes. Yes.
The script is the script.
Yes.
The life is the life.
And we all have to remember, I just came out of finished up a coaching month with my coach Sylvia High, and our last declaration was that we are undaunted. We are undaunted.
Undaunted.
Whatever comes goes. Listen, we continue to take bold,
it doesn't matter.
Action toward the goal.
Yeah.
Don't be daunted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't care who become president, vice president.
That's
We
right.
don't care. We have
Now
we
that's
have
not to say don't get out and vote, but it
yeah,
really
yeah,
don't.
yeah, 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 yeah. We're not saying that.
Yeah.
What we're
I'm not
saying is
saying,
they
but be
don't dictate.
undaunted. That's right, because that is not the source. That is not the
Yeah.
source.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That part.
Nobody's gonna save us.
That part.
Nobody's coming to save us. Oh,
What's so
somebody just put
wonderful?
this in the chat. But go ahead, you can ask your next question, and I'll read what they wrote in the chat.
I just wanted to add that what's so wonderful, and all of us three can contest it, is like we have no regrets of our past because it became the stepping stone and the driving force to
Come
who's
on,
on the
Azzam.
screen right now.
Absolutely.
That's something
Mhm.
you don't have no.
Yes,
Listen,
yes.
I
Absolutely.
did a group the other day, and we was talking about how if you could go back and change something, would you change anything? I said I wouldn't change nothing.
Yes.
Even down to having a son that got murdered. I said I wouldn't change nothing. It brought me closer. It gave me an energy of like God is in charge type of nothing happens without So
Yes.
listening to you just reminds me of that. Like all that had a purpose. Is part
Yes.
of the plan, man.
Yes. Part of the plan. Part of the plan. And God does not need my consult on his plan.
No, man.
I
No.
can't see what I can see. I've come to understand where I thought I could see the whole picture. The part I could see is so minute. I don't know how many things that I have thought that oh, this is a wonderful thing. Only later down the road to see that it was a catalyst for something not so good, or something that I thought was so bad was a catalyst for the next step to greatness.
Come on.
We can't call it. I can't. And as soon as I get that, you can't call it. Remain undaunted and continue to take bold, consistent steps towards your goal.
Absolutely.
They have someone saying they said, I just heard living in your purpose and got chills. I had this spread in my reality, and then there's been a major shift. Thank you for your experience and clarity.
And this is what can you whoever said that? Drop your name in the chat. Whoever said that, because I can't see your name.
You have a purpose. Like I have a friend, Karen Hilton. She
oh, okay, I see it. That's Miss Ellington. Thank you for joining, Miss Ellington. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you all for joining. I'm sorry, I was rude. I cut you off. Hi, Denise. Thank you all for joining. Got like 20 more people that joined. Hi, Miss Garrett. Hi, Starlene. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Tanya. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Denise. Hi, thank you all for joining. We really do appreciate it. We are talking to the wonderful, the great woman. I said woman.
I love it. Welcome everybody to the table. Welcome.
Yeah, we have to. We have to bring it to the table tonight. Well, Alicia, and I want to go into this, Alicia. Bam.
Yes.
When I saw this, so we're going to shift the gears a little bit and talk about right now, the here and now today. Thank you so much for sharing your story and telling us who you are, and where you are right now is where we're going to. So you are an entrepreneur, you have the business. We want to tell the audience where they can go to find your business, because you really, Alicia is someone you should be watching. You should be following. You should be getting in her back pocket, the front one too, wherever she puts you. You need to get in there, okay? Because she is someone who is magnificent. She is about to be a speaker, and it says, join us at the I Am Woman conference. I Am Woman. And that's why I elected her to close out Women's History Month, because she has a conference coming up that's called I Am Woman Conference. And her wonderful coach, Sylvia, right? You want to talk about that a little bit before we close out?
Yes, absolutely. Women. I watched the Grammys this year, and this was a year there were more women that were nominated in the major categories than ever. And there was a clear message that these sisters was putting out in the world, that we are not taking any disrespect. We are not receiving anything other than the treatment of the royalty of being the queen and the magnificent, brilliant souls that we are. We are. Time is up, and I'm just like it's because women are claiming their space and their brilliance. And the I Am Woman conference, I met Sylvia. Hi. about a year and a half ago. And when I tell you, when I first met her, I've seen a lot of coaches. I've coached, I've been around coaches, I've been in the business for actually 20 years now. I left an open learning path in 2005.
Mhm.
Her style is it's more like soul work. We know when we're in recovery,
Mhm.
we have a program and a process to get to the exact nature
Absolutely.
of what is
Yes.
blocking our brilliance, right?
Yes.
But the rest of the
Mhm.
world needs that too, right?
Yeah, they do.
So, like women, I want you owe it to yourself to be
Yes.
in the room at the Marriott Marquis September the 21st and the 22nd
Mhm.
at the 10th
Mhm.
anniversary conference of I Am Woman. It is a place where you will be fed, seen, heard,
Mhm.
inspired, encouraged,
Absolutely.
reminded. Be there.
Well, let
Be
me read
there.
it. Let me read what it says. It says the I Am Woman Conference is the nations. It didn't say Georgia. It's talking about global. It said the nations. I love that part. It says the I Am Woman Conference is the nation's premier multicultural, one of a kind 2-day experience, 2 days that will inspire enough potent insights and purposeful actions to serve you for a lifetime. It says, join us for a life altering experience that will leave you feeling uplifted, empowered, and ready to create and live the life that you deserve. Then it says,
That's right.
perfect, purposed, centered action planning is going to be happening there. So be there. Then it says, relevant, engaging topics they're going to have. So be there. Then it says, compelling speakers. Okay. And what they say, Pinterest and breakthrough learning techniques. I know I
Mhm.
need to be there. I'm
Oh,
trying to be there.
yes,
I'm
yeah.
trying to
Oh,
be there.
yes. Oh, yes, Dr.
I
You
need to be
need to
there.
be there. You
And
need to
that's
get your
happening right
book
here. That's
right
right
here in
here,
the ATL, right here in the
right in
ATL.
Georgia. Look at
You
this.
know,
And it says,
because
mastering the art of manifesting. Go there, you'll learn how to master the art of manifesting.
yes,
And that would be. Then it
yes.
says, belief,
As
the
you know,
journey in time.
our minds, as Sylvia tells you, our minds are a pig. It will eat anything. So we have
Anything
to
up.
feed our minds
And then it said you will
what
learn
we
to
want to
become
manifest.
to activate the heart of a champion. Come on, somebody.
That's right.
Come
That's
on.
right.
So,
That's
ladies and
right.
gentlemen, that's happening here in Atlanta, Georgia. You can go on www.iamwomanconference.com. Thank you, Miss Sylvia. We love you, and I'll see you there. And so
Yeah.
now you're going to be speaking there. Oh my gosh, that's huge.
I am. I'm going to be
Oh my
speaking and
gosh, that is
facilitating some
huge.
experiences for us to connect, for us
Mhm.
to fill our cups, for us
Mhm.
to tap into our genius and live in our genius.
Yes.
And so, yes, very excited about that.
So now,
Um,
are you an author too? Did you write? You wrote
I
books?
am. I have an ebook. It's called Believe, Begin, Become.
Okay.
Affirmations to remember what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Because we come in, we're not born trying to fit in. We're not born trying to dim our lights. We announce our arrival loudly, boldly. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then something happens. All right. But so we need to recenter, and any limiting beliefs that we've acquired along the way. We got to go back and reevaluate that. What's the facts, really? What's your
How
belief?
about that?
Okay.
Who you talking
And
Yeah,
then
to?
let's talk
that's
Who
about
you
the
powerful.
talking
feelings.
to?
Let's talk about the
Wow.
feelings that's driving that belief system, and then let's reframe that. And so that book
Ooh.
was born out of the need to reframe, repurpose, and move on in our unstoppable selves because we've recentered and remembering. We were born. We are a
Oh
magnificent
my God,
design.
she's amazing, isn't she, Azim?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
yeah.
she is
That.
amazing.
So,
I hope they got their pen in because you can't remember all of it. They dropping it.
Well, I've been putting some stuff in the chat for them. I did. I've been putting little bits and pieces in the chat for them.
The ebook is available. The ebook is on Amazon and on Google Books. And again, it's Believe, Begin, Become, Affirmations to Remember What You Know. And yes, it's if you want to fill your cup, recenter yourself and get back to the magnificent design, unstoppable energy, purposeful energy that you are, I highly recommend that you download it and treat yourself to Believe, Begin, Become, Affirmations to Remember What You Know.
Nice. That's beautiful. I am. I love the I am quotes. I am somebody.
Yes.
We had the color purple come out. That just did it for me. I'm like, oh, here we go. That just did it for me.
Look. When Celie sang that song, I'm here. What?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, that's the theme song to close out Women's History Month.
Yes. Somebody said Sister Queen is waking up my shorthand. I'm trying to get it all together and go. They said waking. Oh, that's definitely. Hi, Sister. Assalamu alaikum. Najiba, that's Sister Najiba from Pennsylvania. That's my girlfriend. Yeah. And my sister, she's on. She said you're waking her up. Try to come down to the conference, everyone. If you're on here, I don't know where you're from. You're getting a lot of hearts. A bunch of hearts are going up on Facebook and everything. You're on like 3 different Facebook pages and stuff. You're on the Call to Philly page, and you are on Bring It to the Table podcast on Facebook. You're also on Bring It to the Table podcast on
And you know why YouTube. I'm on those? Because author Doug B is living in her purpose.
That's
living your purpose, because if you don't, the world goes without.
Mashallah. Thank you, sister. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really do. So we got 10 minutes, not really 10, maybe 5. Any last remarks? Azzam, you want to close out? You got anything?
The only thing I can really say, sister, thank you. It's good to see you. You know, you said a lot of powerful things for these sisters that they really need to hear it. You know, and one of the beautiful things that I believe you really said is that you have to start telling it to yourself and not wait for somebody else to tell it to you. You've been put down for so long, and that became our untrue belief system. And it's crazy because you said something that reminded me, says, because when you get tired of you, you're different. Right? Look, everybody can be tired of you, but until you get tired of you, let me just give you one quote, right? Change.
We do our quotes. He's gonna do a quote. Go ahead.
You cannot become what you want by remaining who you are.
Come on. That's right. And you cannot.
I love my co-hosts. I got the best co-hosts on the planet. I kid you not.
Yes, you do. You too. Listen, this is a powerful platform right here.
Yeah, everybody says that to us.
While we're quoting, I just want to put this out that you cannot transform what you are not willing to sit with. We talked about courage earlier.
Yes.
I have learned true courage.
Yes, they're on here.
With it is metabolizing that fear, any of that negativity, so you can get it out of your system and go on and shine in your life.
I told Raheem the other day, I said, I think I done stumbled across some peace. I wasn't even looking for it. I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking for peace. It happened. It happened through prayer and meditation. And it happened because I placed myself around people who were at peace, like-minded people headed in the same direction. Oh, don't get me started. So, final words. Let's hear Alicia's final words. You're talking to a young woman right now. She's in the 12th grade, and you're doing your college commencement. This is your final question. What would you say to that young woman who just crossed that stage and got her high school diploma? And she is a woman. This is Women's History Month. Take us out. Come on.
Yes. Oh, I'd say, baby girl, you are standing at the precipice of your greatness. Baby girl, you are unstoppable, gifted, and blessed. We
Come on.
are waiting for you. We are the wind beneath your wings. Know,
Yes.
know that your dreams, your vision, everything that the Creator has put in your spirit, you can manifest, and we are going to be here supporting you every step of the way.
Wow. Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
good stuff.
Thank you,
What a
sister. That's
slogan.
awesome.
Young women,
Thank
our
you
young
so
women,
much.
I'm so proud of them. I am so proud of our young
Yeah,
women.
me too. They doing it.
They are
They
bold.
doing it.
They are
They
unapologetically
Hey,
great. Because you,
they
what?
on the
Unapologetically.
chain.
What you say, Sam?
They said waking. Yes, yes. Love all
Yeah.
this. You better
They in the chat. The chat going crazy. I can't keep up with them. I just can't keep up with the chat. It's too many of them. They everywhere going crazy. Somebody saying, stand in your truth and just keep growing the journey and enjoy the journey and not the destination. Oh,
Yes.
that sounds like an
Come
old
on,
timer.
right. That's right.
Timer.
Oh, come on.
Thank you, Raheem.
Here.
Oh, you got more stuff in there. Cynthia
Rose
on. You got
building.
Cynthia on. What she say, Azzam?
Be ready for the journey of becoming the best woman of the world. Believe
Yes.
who you are to know who you can become.
Yes.
Yes. You heard it right here on Bring It to the Table with your girl, author Doc B. You heard it with my co-host, Triple A, Azzam, Azzam, my co-host. And you heard it here today on Bring It to the Table from the great Alicia, she says. I'm Alicia Newton Hartnett. And I got that right. I got it right. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Doc B and Azzam.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Keep holding the space, baby. This is a healing space. Keep holding
it really is. It is. Thank you so much for coming on. Okay. Thank you. Good night, everybody. We'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Assalamu alaikum to all the Muslims. Peace out to all of you all. If you're Christian, I know you're having your Easter, happy Easter, all that other stuff. Whatever you all doing, just be safe. Please be safe. Stay with God. It's so important. Stay with God. Peace out. Thank you so much. Walaikum salam. I see you all. Good night, everybody.
Good.